welcome back to another Ultra Squad video. Today we're going to be talking about Solak. Before we start out, I just want to say that this guide is aimed at new players who don't know the mechanics and strategies of Solak. So first of all, the ideal team size you're going to want to get is 3 to 4 players, especially if there's a couple of learners. So a 2-player team is going to be a lot more profitable, but when you're starting out, you're probably not going to be able to handle it. And any more than 4 players is going to be way too chaotic. Alright, so let's start off by talking about some of the mechanics of Solak. So to begin with, he starts off by using 2 auto attacks, and then he's going to yell, "I will replenish the earth with your bones." Now when this happens, there's going to be a bomb launched for every single player that's in the arena. But these bombs are going to have random impact zones. So at the beginning of the kill, it's important for each team member to pick a single side. Okay, so in this case, if there's 4, that means each player has to pick one corner of the arena. This way, you can choose the closest bomb that lands near to you, and that way you're not having multiple people trying to go for the same bomb. Now, if the bombs are not intercepted, all players are going to receive 5,000 to 6,000 Blight damage. To prevent this, players have to stand underneath the impact zone to intercept the bomb. Using double surge, barge, and bladed dive are really good ways to avoid this attack. Now, after intercepting the bomb, if you're successful, the bar above your character is going to slowly fill up. When this bar totally fills, Anima will burst from them, dealing 7,000 to 10,000 damage. Now, it's very crucial that you handle this properly, because that can be the difference between life or death at that point. So to prevent yourself from receiving this damage, you got to use either Resonance or Disruption Shield within 1 second of the remaining bar being filled. Now, there's an auto attack that's going to happen right before this explosion, so it's very important to time this correctly and not be too early, but obviously also not be too late. Now, right when the bomb goes off, Solak's going to yell, "The roots of the tree are one with us." And at this point, there's going to be 8 volatile rootlings that spawn around the edges of the arena. There's going to be 2 in each direction. Before the fight against Solak, each team member should place 2 Dominion Mines, as shown in this image here. These Dominion Mines are going to save a ton of the time killing these rootlings, so it's very recommended to use them. 14 auto attacks later, after spawning the rootlings, Solak is going to yell, "The roots below bend to my will." And this is going to shake the arena, and it's going to target 2 random players, which can include the base tank, with a root attack. So at this point, a yellow pointer arrow is going to appear, indicating the direction, and give a countdown warning until they spawn. Now, you're not going to have very much time to complete the following actions, so it's important that you know what's about to go down. First, you got to anticipate or freedom, then you're going to run or surge to get close to the spawning point so you prevent the roots from hitting other players in the arena. While the roots can be dodged when they spawn, you can debilitate or reflect to reduce their damage significantly. A lot of teams try to type the first letter of the direction from which the root's going to attack. If you're doing this, I highly recommend that you stop. You do not want to do this because it's going to waste about 1 to 2 seconds of time, which can often cost you a lot of food or even death. Now, 7 auto attacks after the Blight roots are launched, Solak is going to target 2 non-tank players with a deadly Blight bomb, indicated with the message, "A deadly Blight begins to fester within you." Now, you want to stay away from all your teammates, and you're going to want to use Resonance or Disruption Shield with 1 second remaining before the bar fills to prevent yourself from receiving 4,000 damage. 3 auto attacks after the second Blight bomb, Solak's going to teleport to the center of the arena, face south, and he's going to root both of his arms and legs to the ground to absorb Anima from the grove. At this point, you're going to want to activate your ultimate ability and use the max DPS rotation that you have to kill his arms immediately. After his arms are killed, then his legs become attackable, and you want to use that too. If you're using melee, stand between the legs. This will allow you to hit both legs simultaneously. If the team fails to kill either arms or legs before the timer runs out, Solak will yell, "Mwahaha," inflicting 4,000 Blight damage to everyone, and summons 3 Blight-bound Lashers, each with 50,000 life points. Now, once his legs are disabled, a Blight-afflicted core will appear in front of Solak. Once again, activate your ultimate and use the best DPS rotation you have to kill this core, because you only have 18 seconds to pull this off. During this, Solak will repeat his attack pattern until the core is destroyed. During the repeated rotations, the deadly Blight Bomb is used only once instead of twice, however. Now at this point we're entering the second phase, and now Solak will become unattackable for about 4 seconds after the core is destroyed. Quickly kill an Anima Eruption and then surge into the green circle to cleanse your Blight stacks. Quickly surge into the blue circle after you've been cleansed. You will be launched into the air, and at this point you want to spam click your left mouse button to attack the Blight Storm. Being cleansed before this is very important, because the more Blight stacks you have, the less damage you'll deal, which could cause you to actually heal the Blight Storm. And it will also reduce the damage you take if you clean yourself. Now you're going to have another rotation of this where you have to destroy another Anima Eruption and then once again spam click the Blight Storm. Even if the storm is dispelled before all 4 eruptions are cleared, they must be defeated regardless, because Solak reduces all incoming damage by 99% once he reaches 70% of his maximum health if any of them survive. Now, quick but important tip, make sure to stay away from the purple circle that's in the middle of the arena. It causes heavy damage to anyone who's nearby. Once all the Anima Eruptions have been destroyed, Anima Bombs will begin slowly erupting from the ground, starting at 750 damage and continue to increase all the way up to 8,000 damage. Now you have to avoid these or you will definitely suffer some heavy damage. 10 auto attacks after beginning the Anima Bombs, a yellow dome will appear on the northern side. Clicking on it will cause the player to gain the Nature's Blessing ability. Make sure to stand near or under the player who activates the dome shield, as this will make you receive 2,000 damage 5 times instead of 10,000 damage at once if you are outside the shield when the Blight Rain hits. 4 auto attacks after the first barrage, Solak will yell, "I'll crush you like the bug you are." Picking a random player, he will then stun them for 4 seconds as he drags them to a random spot near him. You gotta use freedom or anticipate if he drags you, and then run away or surge. One person will then climb up Solak's arm. When the attack hits, the climber gets the message, Solak lands a crushing blow against you, dealing up to 9,000 melee damage and also applies 10 blight stacks. Solak cannot attack players for the duration of this attack, so try to deal as much damage as you can before the mechanic ends. After the second barrage, Solak will be engulfed in a purple blight tornado and spins rapidly while saying "Arg." Solak will deal 9,000 damage 5 times, so to block this damage, one of the team members must barricade and intercept another, or all members must barricade. However, with an efficient team, the tornado should not come out. Now, Phase 3 only has 3 mechanics: Charge Pads, which are controlled by the base, Mind Realm, which is Erethdor, DPS Bombs, and DPS Stuns. For the DPS stuns, Solak intermittently shouts, "Gimme the life you so tightly cling to." Use freedom right after this, and then stun him back using whatever combat style stun ability you have. Solak requires a number of stuns depending on the team size. For a 4-player team, you need at least 2 members to successfully stun him. Doing stun with flanking is suggested for higher DPS. For the DPS bomb, every 30 seconds players are going to receive a bar above their character. You can use Resonance before the bar fills for a free, easy heal. It is highly recommended to also anticipate before using Resonance. Standing too close to another player may cause them to receive 3,000 to 4,000 damage, so surge or run away before the bar fills up. Now, in order to enter the Mind Realm in phases 3 and 4, you must click the extra action button. It can be moved around the screen via edit mode and can be clicked on to activate certain effects. Additionally, it can also be keybound. Solak is stunned by a charge pad. Have at least 8,000 life points before entering the Mind Realm, as you cannot eat food inside. If you have critical life points, use Devotion or Debilitate against Erethdor. It is highly recommended to have Dread Nips and use them against Erethdor for extra damage. Use an ultimate as soon as you enter. Erethdor only is going to attack players if 2 enter it. Leave Erethdor at low life points before you are ready to finish him and pass on to 4th phase. Do not kill him too early or phase 4 will start instantly. This is an example of what Solak's life points must be for you to kill the elf, depending on team size. Now for the final and 4th phase, it will start with a red message on the screen. After this message disappears, Solak will be attackable for 12 seconds, but not damageable. Natural Instinct can be utilized here to help build adrenaline. When he becomes damageable, activate an ultimate DPS ability and do your best DPS rotation you know. Now as soon as Solak shouts, "This ends now," the Blight Tornado animation will appear. If enough players stun, the Burst of Nature deals 0 damage. For the base tank, after entering the Mind Realm, gather the aggro of the manifestations and then use Barricade before healing Solak. If you do not use Barricade while healing Solak, you will take massive amounts of damage. Missing 1 or 2 manifestations is normal. Thank you once again for watching. If you found this guide useful, it would really help us out if you left a like and subscribed. Until next time.